Likelihood of general shear failure for an isolated footing in sand decreases with decreasing footing depth, decreasing intergranular packing of the sand, increasing footing width, decreasing soil grain compressibility. So here it is said that general shear failure, probability of general shear failure will be less in what? That is the question. So likelihood of general shear failure will be decreasing. That means general shear failure, probability of occurring of general shear failure will be decreasing with what? What of these options? So first let us know about what is general shear failure. It is one type of shear failure in the soil. So there are three types of shear failures, generally three types of shear failure. So one is general shear failure, another one is local shear failure, third one is punching shear failure. So here general shear failure generally happens in dense sand or stiff clays, okay, and local shear failure will happen in medium dense sand or clays with medium consistency, okay. And third one is punching shear failure. This happens in loose sand or soft clays, okay. So here general shear failure does look like, suppose you take a footing, okay, you take a footing. So what happens, the general shear failure develops some failure surfaces which get extended to the surface of the ground. It gets extended to the surface of the ground, as well as there will be heave formed sides of the footing. As it is so dense, the soil particle move the other soil particles which are just beside that. So the movement of the soil particles over a large zone will happen because of the dense nature. So this kind of shear failure is nothing but general shear failure. So coming to the loose sand, let us take loose sand. What will happen? So already they are very much away from each other, particles, they are not dense. So when you take any footing, what will happen? You take just you can take the practical example where you put your leg in the loose sand. What will happen? Suppose you are putting your leg in a loose sand, you will punch inside. There will not be any heave. You will observe sides of your leg. Whereas let us take, this is loose, let us take dense sand. In dense sand, when you try to punch your leg into that dense sand, what will happen? So there will be heave form, but your leg will not move much inside. So in this loose sand, there will not be any heaves. You will observe sides of footing or your leg. So the failure will happen like this. This is called punching shear failure, okay. The failure surfaces will be only within this footing area. It will not extend to the surface. So according to this explanation, we can say that the probability of means the probability of general shear failure will decrease in what? Loose sand. It will increase in dense sand. So if, as it is asked, it will decrease in loose sand, as we know the answer is loose sand, So what is related to the loose sand? Decreasing footing width. When you decrease the footing width, general shear failure will not get affected. It gets affected only depending upon the type of soil. See, decreasing intergranular packing. When you decrease the intergranular packing, that means it will become loose. When it becomes loose, the probability of general shear failure will decrease. So this can be one of the answers. So increasing the footing width will increase the zone of failure. Okay, but general shear failure will not get affected. Whereas another, decreasing the soil grains compressibility. When you decrease the soil grain compressibility, so probability of general shear failure will increase, it will not decrease. So answer is B. So again I repeat, probability of general shear failure will decrease in loose sand. So decreasing intergranular packing is nothing but loose sand. So answer is B. Thank you.